All right, so in the garage working on the forward cowling. I've been away from the plane for a while. Oh goodness, came back from our 12-day trip in southern old school Russia. Came back to Hurricane Helene, and then after that went off to Tucson for a week and got back from that and replaced 50 foot of fence in the backyard that got blown down from the hurricane. So I'm finally back in the garage working on, like I said, the cowling. I could have used the old one. It wasn't in too bad a shape, but I already had this aluminum, you know, figuring on replacing a lot of aluminum cowling pieces anyway. And the old one, I guess the guy just guessed at where to drill holes in it, because the holes were so wallered out on the cowling that he ended up using this here is like a countersunk washer, and he used countersunk washers like this size to cover up his holes that he made along this edge. Obviously, I guess he did not have one of these tools here. It's just a hole finder. You got that little dimple there, slide it up, find the hole. Oh, I had it just a second ago. Anyway, you find the hole, it's up there somewhere. Yep, and when you drop in, you drill, and then you move on to the next hole. Yeah, you can drop a bolt in there or something to keep it from sliding around on you. So that's what I'm doing right now tonight, and I am seriously, I will tell you, those are my tail feathers, horizontal stabilizer and elevators, center wing section. I'm not going to mess with that yet, but I'm going to take an elevator this coming week and I'm going to cover it. So the continuation of this video will have some elevator covering stuff on it. All right, so what is this, November 15th? So I will kind of add to this video next week and then post, but that's what I'm doing tonight, and I will talk to y'all soon. All right, cockpit cowling. I just had it up there on the cockpit. You know, I did the forward, basically the gas tank cowling last night. Put the cockpit cowling on this morning. Used my hole finder, drilled up the holes down the edges, and kind of laying out how I want to do the cutout. And on the old one, he used, I think it was 3/8 aluminum. This might be 1/2 inch. These are actually old ribs. When I replaced all the ribs on my Rans S12, these are the old ribs that I pulled out of the plane. And I can form it and shape it around the cutout, and then wrap it with what he had was this, this is like a old heater hose or something, like an automotive heater hose that he just split and then wrapped with leather. So he had that. Obviously this is the inside, but I'll just lay this out here on here. He had that around the edges, which made a real nice cockpit combing. But I want to, I've been looking at pictures. He stopped his right here flat. And I've seen some pictures of SE5As where it's actually kind of radiused in this corner here a little bit. So I think I'm gonna do that also on this one. I drew 2 radiuses. That was a little too tight, so I'm gonna go with this radius here, and I want to continue the aluminum across the top of the headrest area and make this all one piece. The old one basically came straight back and was cut. So not as, you know, it worked, but I'm gonna basically just cut the hole out of the center of this one and have it a one-piece sheet of aluminum, all attached from port to starboard side on the back edge. All right.